Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our channel. What if everything you built, your power, your place, your future, was ripped away in a single sentence? Because that's exactly what just happened. And trust me, this is only the beginning. So here's the situation after Anita's death. The Dapri family hasn't found peace. Not even close. Instead, things have gotten darker, more intense, and way more personal. And in the middle of all that tension, Haley walks into a family meeting, expecting answers. But instead, she gets blindsided completely out of nowhere. Bill drops a bombshell that changes everything. He removes her from the wheel. Just like that, and what follows accusations, secrets, and the start of a war that's far from over. The atmosphere inside the Dupre estate had been suffocating ever since Anita passed away. He would think grief would bring people together, right? Yeah, not this family. Instead, the sadness slowly twisted into suspicion. And that suspicion, it started turning into something ugly betrayal. Everyone was watching each other a little too closely, questioning motives, reading between every line. But for Haley, none of that tension compared to what was about to face, because in a matter of moments, her entire world was about to collapse. It all started in the formal sitting room. The whole family had gathered again, but this time it wasn't about reading Anita's will. No, this meeting had a different energy. Bill had called it himself, and the way he did it, it wasn't a suggestion. It was a command. No one dared so say no. He stood near the fireplace, holding this folder like it carried something heavy, something final. His face gave nothing away. Cold, controlled, almost distant. And Haley, she could feel it immediately. Something wasn't right. She sat on the edge of the sofa, hands clenched together so tightly it was obvious she was trying to steady herself. And the thing that really got to her, Bill hadn't even looked at her. Not once. That silence, it said everything. Finally, she couldn't take it anymore. She broke the question, asking what this was all about. Her voice cut through the room, but instead of easing things, it made everything feel even heavier. Bill didn't rush. He scanned the room like he was calculating every second, and then he looked straight at her. And when he spoke, there was no warmth, none, just distance, like she meant nothing. That's when her chest tightened. She pushed him to just say it already, to stop dragging things out, and that's when he finally opened the folder. He started talking about the state, about changes that had been made. That word alone, changes, it hit differently. Someone questioned it. Haley repeated it, and you could literally feel her heartbeat picking up. Then Bill said it. Calm, direct, no hesitation. Effective immediately. She was no longer a beneficiary. At first, it didn't even sink in. It was like her brain refused to process it. She blinked, confused, almost expecting him to take it back. But he didn't. He doubled down, said it clearly. She's been removed from the wheel. And just like that, the entire room froze. Haley started at him, searching for anything, a sign, a crack, something that would tell her this was a mistake. Nothing. She started shaking her head, denying it, trying to cling to Anita's memory. But Bill cut her off, and what he said next that hurt even more. This wasn't about Anita. So now it's worse. Because if it's not Anita's decision, then whose is it? Haley snapped back, demanding answers. She reminded him that Anita made that will, but Will stayed calm, too calm. He closed the folder like he had all the power in the world and explained that he was responsible for carrying out the will and adjusting it if needed. Adjusting it like her entire future was just something he could edit. She couldn't believe it. She called him out in it. This wasn't a grocery list. This was someone's legacy. But Bill didn't flinch. He said when there are legal reasons, he absolutely can. And right there, everything shifted. Because suddenly, This didn't feel legal anymore. It felt personal. And Bill, he didn't even try to deny it. The silence that followed said more than words ever could. Someone in the room asked what she had done, but honestly, that question wasn't for Haley. It was for Bill, and he was ready. He said he had found something that directly impacted her place in the family and her right to inherit anything. Now Haley's heart is pounding. You can feel the pressure building. She asks what kind of information, and Bill takes his time, just enough to make everyone lean in. Then he drops it. It's about her past. The room reacts instantly. Tension spreads like wildfire. But Haley, she stands for her ground, at least on the surface. She laughs it off like it's ridiculous, like it's nothing, but Bill steps closer. And then he says it. She lied. That word hits like a punch, but she doesn't back down. She asks what exactly he's talking about, and his answer, she lied about who she was. That shakes her, just a little, but enough to notice. Now she demands an explanation, and Bill promises he will give one. Because according to him, the woman who joined this family isn't who she claimed to be. At that point, the room erupts, everyone talking at once, confusing everywhere, but Haley doesn't hear any of it. She is locked onto Bill because he is not bluffing. She tries to deny it, but you can hear the doubt creeping in. Bill fires back he has records, documents, proof, and when she pushes him for specifics, he says her identity isn't clean, that parts of her past has been erased, and now we see it, that chill, that moment where she realizes he's getting too close. She tries to explain it away. People change names. It's not illegal. Bill agrees, but adds something else. Lying about connections, that's a problem, and that's it. That's the moment she freezes, because that's the line she didn't want crossed. Someone asks, what connections? But Bill doesn't even look at them. He keeps his eyes on her and says, they're the kind that make you question why she even here. Now her mind is racing. Who told him? How much does he know? Because she was careful, or at least she thought she was. She tries to dismiss it, calls it rumors, but Bill stays calm, says it's facts, and then comes the final blow. Until everything is fully investigated, she gets nothing. No claim, no inheritance. Nothing. It's final, it's brutal, and you can feel her world collapsing. She asks if he's putting her on trial now, and his answer, if that's what it takes. That's when shock turns into anger, real anger. She steps up to him, voice rising, accusing him of trying to erase her, of taking everything based on suspicion. But Bill doesn't budge, says he knows enough, and she fires back, no, he doesn't. Now the room is silent again. Because this isn't about money anymore. This is about control. And Haley, she's not letting go. She tells him he's made a huge mistake. Steps closer, lowering her voice, making it clear this isn't over. Bill doesn't move, just calmly asks if he was. And she makes it very clear. If he thinks she's walking away, he doesn't know her at all. There's a pause, a tense one. And then Bill nods, almost amused. Says he's right. He doesn't know her, but the way he says it, that's not a win. Because now his eyes say something else. This isn't just about removing her anymore. This is a battle, and both of them know it. So Haley turns, walks out, heart racing, mind spinning, and one thing is crystal clear. This fight, it's just getting started. And if she has to destroy everything to protect her secrets, she will. What just happened here completely shifts the power dynamics in the Dupree family. This isn't just a legal move, it's a strategic attack. Bill didn't just remove Haley from the wheel, he publicly questioned her identity, her past, and her entire place in the family. That kind of accusation doesn't just disappear. It creates cracks, alliances, and enemies. And now every single person in that room is going to start wondering what else has been hidden from them. At the same time, this puts Haley in a very dangerous position. She is no longer protected by status or inheritance. Now she is exposed. And when someone like her feels cornered, that's when things